in those organizations that are not doing anything, So we should weed the staff, compensate them, let them go. And then we know that we can run a profitable organizations.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barrister Peterko. I appreciate your contribution this morning. 10 minutes past 9, and you're still listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Let's take some WhatsApp messages at this point now. I am getting information that it is pouring out there, so the rains are giving us some issues back in as regards our streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So not to worry, you can send your messages via WhatsApp on 0913-6000-430. 0913-6000-430. That's the number to send your WhatsApp messages to. I have here, good morning, Milan Radio. This is Steve Ikelu from Maryland. I don't subscribe to any protest because protests against the ills, after each protest, they would add to the burden of Nigeria. So why continue? All right. Take away the ministerial portfolio from Wike. That is the only way to tame him. Steve Ikelu from Maryland sharing his own thoughts there. I also have here, good morning. If government don't want the people to go out to express their feelings about bad governance, I think this isn't for us. Oh, okay, Andrew Ogaigbe. Yes, that's Andrew Ogaigbe sharing his own thoughts there. All right, I also have here, good morning, Sandra and Fuad Dolakpo from Ikbaja. I laughed, Sandra, hearing you struggle to prevail on Fuad to stop. Do you blame him? Please tell me one thing going on in this country that won't anger a reasonable human being. Imagine the extent the Rivers State problem between Wike and Fubara has degenerated to. Wike, in his usual arrogance, calling a sitting governor a boy, even if Fubara is his biological son. Won't there be at least small respect for that office and the people of Rivers State? For goodness sake, is it NNPCL and Dangote issue we want to talk about? The only testimony we are hearing from a minister of state for petroleum is how someone paved the way for him to become a minister. Competent or not competent? EFCC, Bobrisky, and the Controller General of Prison, the President's insensitivity to the plight of Nigerian masses in spite of the state of the nation. Tell me which of these is not worth getting angry about. So it's a catalogue of nonsense. And that's Dolakbo from Ikbaja sharing that one on WhatsApp. Well, I have a message here, and there's no name to this message, unfortunately, so we can't take it. But I also have here, good morning. I'm happy this morning Fuad has spoken my mind concerning Wike and Fubara crisis. If Nigeria is a country where things are done democratically, Wike is not qualified to hold public office, let alone a sensitive position like FCT minister. When is Wike becoming God over Rivers or in Nigeria? I like how the governor responded that the psychiatric hospital is for Wike and his followers. Andrew from Ayobo sharing that one. Thank you, Andrew. This is Maru from Surulere. It's a pity Nigeria is where it is today. Things have gone out of hand and still getting worse because nobody is holding anybody accountable. Same military rules we kicked against is even better. Excuse me. May God deliver Nigeria. And that's Maru from Surulere. It's all right. Chika Bende from Trade Fair. Instead of building psychiatric hospital to help your detractors, rather build use some colorful words that I will not be able to use on air because they are exhibiting recently. What they're exhibiting recently has shown some atom of So you don't need to help them. Secondly, on NNPCL, if government really wants to help, let them reverse the flotation of the Naira and every other thing will follow suit. If not, nothing positive will happen. Chika Bende sharing that one on WhatsApp. Owen from Lagos. I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but after taking a close look at this set of politicians across the 36 states and their escapades, I can comfortably tell you that we are going nowhere. And as for Rivers State, Governor Fubara should go ahead and expose any illegalities perpetrated by the previous government of the state, if he has nothing to hide as a beneficiary of Wike's government. Owen from Lagos sharing his thoughts there. I also have Wale Oguntokun from GRA saying, good morning. So because Nigeria has been captured, as one of your callers stated, we should all now just fold our hands and be looking. Abi, we should all join hands together to condemn bad acts and attitude of some of these politicians who think they are bigger than everyone in the polity. Minister Wike should face his ministerial job in Abuja and leave Fubara alone to govern Rivers State for the benefit of the people of Rivers State. Thank you. Enjoy your day. And you as well. Thank you. Benjamin from Shogunle. Good morning. The ongoing tussle between Wike and Fubara is a mockery to Nigeria's democracy that people like Abiola and others paid the ultimate price for. Wike should be called to order to allow Governor Fubara serve the people that voted him in power. He should remember the law of karma. He's reaping what he sowed. Wike wanted to be godfather to Fubara, but it has turned sour. He needs to take it like that. As for NNPCL, tomorrow is already here. Let's see what will happen tomorrow between Dangote and NNPCL. Concerning selling price of petrol to the public, the Nigerians will take it from there. Let the president keep mute as Minister of Petroleum. Time shall tell. Benjamin from Shogunle sharing that one on WhatsApp. Let's go back to the phone line and carry on the conversation. Mainland 98.3 FM. Good morning.
Mr. Sandra.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good morning. And good morning to Fuad.
Yes, you're welcome.
My name is Peter Omonse from Shomolu. Now, Tinubu is the Minister for Petroleum, no doubt about that, since he has not announced a substantive minister. So we assume, we agree, and we accept for now, since there is no challenge on that is the Minister for Petroleum. Is NNPC bigger than Ministry of Petroleum, or Minister of Petroleum is bigger than NNPC? Who is supposed to checkmate NNPC? Is it not the Ministry for Petroleum? How can you come and tell me that redundant refineries, moribund refineries, are also indebted in trillions, and the minister is not doing anything about that parastatal? I want somebody to convince me this morning that Tinubu does not know what is happening in NNPC. He is not a part of it. See, I want to use the word Abacha said about insecurity in this context as well. That if insecurity lasts for more than 48 hours, and it's not caught, you should know that the government has a hand in it. If all this shenanigans, all this corruption, all this one of NNPC lasts this long, and Tinubu has not done anything, that is how Buhari kept quiet throughout 8 years he left. And now Tinubu also has kept quiet. See, I want to believe that Tinubu is a part of this problem in NNPC. Otherwise, he should prove me wrong and should do something. We have been talking about relieving that man of his duty. Anybody that is not functioning, relieve them of their duties and show me that you are working. Not that this way you keep quiet. This way you keep quiet. Then you are part of this problem. Because if you are not a part of the solution, then you are part of the problem. For Wike, yesterday in our church we studied about Pharaoh. The men of the children of Israel. And I said something that Pharaoh never thought that ordinary water can kill him. Maybe he would have expected bullets and bombs. Wike, remember those who were before you. More powerful than you. Even Abacha in Nigeria was not killed by bullets. God of heaven is watching you. If what you are doing is right, he will spare you. But if what you are doing is not right, for the people of Rivers State and Nigeria in general, God will visit you. And that's the law of God. Thank you. God bless you. Have a beautiful week, my sister.
And you as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Peter Monte. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Ebeda.
All right.
See, I don't know. It's like people always forget that politics is not church. I don't. What is the bad thing that Wike has done? If you're a gentleman, don't go and enter into an agreement you cannot keep. Are you talking to a Wike that has spent his time, his life in opposition, in making sure Rivers remain in his control? He brought in a man who has no structure, who has nothing to rule to come over him, and you don't want to throw him like that and want him to keep quiet because now they say sack him. The question is, how many ministers are doing better than Wike? Or you just out of sentiment, sack him for what? Is he not delivering? Is he not a Nigerian? Didn't he campaign for him? Didn't he win the state for him? He's one of the most performing ministers. You, Ifubara, you know you have an agreement. The enemies that Wike build because of you, you want to make them your friends. You are saying, is that how politics is played in abroad? Look at what Trump is campaigning. Look, go through his campaign. You hear that politics is politics all everywhere. Everywhere politics is politics. It's not church. When you want to go to church, you know you are in church. It's in politics, you are in politics. And we are talking of the petrol. How will the petrol ministry work when we are hearing allegations that Mr. President has a hand here, has a hand there, he's tested in the refineries and the rest, and you want those things to work? If they can't work like that, they should allow we keep it work. Fubara, even in Delta, they say put fire in Delta. In Delta and in Nido, he came in. You, the governor of Basaki, agreed. They will give you the platform to win an election. After winning, leave our party for all. You came, you scattered everything. People have suffered for it. You are fighting A, B, C, and D. I think you can win. You can win. The fire is saying is not fire. It's a literal change. They should remove them now. They should remove them. Easy. Let them push Wiki aside. Maybe it is easy. He will not be pushed aside. He will fight like a man.
All right.
And it's the man. So, up in Wiki. If you don't keep the promises, you can't keep the promises, don't go into it. Thank you very much.
All right. It's okay. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. I appreciate that. Let's take some messages now. We'll take a break from the phone line. We have quite a number of messages here. As I think that's, as a matter of, since we do not have Facebook messages, so we should be able to take as many WhatsApp messages as possible. So I have here, good morning. On the petroleum issue, whatever they said or roll out from NNPC to us on depth or any information regarding our petroleum are all fake. They are toying with all of us. Only God can save us, and God bless us all. And that's Sam from Shomolu sharing that one. I also have here Steve Ofer from Ijaniki, who is surprised with all this wild behavior of Wike and his cohorts in Rivers State when it's obvious that the system has been building thugs in the names of politicians. The ground is very fertile for the wild types, as the 2023 elections, particularly in Lagos State, pointedly showed. It has now been exported shamelessly outside Lagos, as it's very clearly demonstrated. Was anything done to Wike when he threatened burning down states and a lot of other inflammatory statements made? Let's support Fubara in establishing psychiatric hospital with speed. On NNPC and its woeful failure, is that one still news? And that's Steve Ofere sharing his own from Ijaniki. I also have Odugbeson Kayode from Jakonde Estate, Okeafa Isolo. When you allow people that feel they are bigger than a whole state to be in charge of unexpected wealth, this is what happens in Rivers State. And some members of the state are still celebrating them. It's a pity. Now, I don't know who this shot is directed at, Mr. Kayode, but it's okay. I have here as well James Ogbona from Oshodi. Sandra, how are you doing? I greet you graciously. Honestly, Wike thinks he is God by saying he's bigger than everyone put together. Wike may not voice it out, but I know he thinks he's bigger than those who helped him to power, including Peter Odili, Rotimi Amechi, Jonathan and his wife. Wike was only a junior minister, not even a senior one, before Patience Jonathan helped him to become governor. How come he's not making references to all of that? Or maybe it's possible Wike appeared from nowhere and became who he is. My question to all those supporting Wike is, if Wike was still a sitting governor, would he take this same treatment from anyone? Governor Fubara should remain resolute. I'm sure there are more Nigerians who stand with him than those with Wike, because Wike's perceived supporters choose to be naive. The psychiatric hospital is a timely project because when the gods want to kill a man, they make him go loco. So that hospital is actually needed. Governor Fubara should even be happy that he's called a boy, because he still has strength and his days are longer compared to a man who is no longer as strong as a boy and whose days are closing in. James Ogbona from Oshodi sharing that one. All right, well, good morning. Wike, with his daily noise in Rivers governance, thought he will remain in governance forever. Someone will always make someone. I laugh in a query when he said he's too big. Is this the kind that said he wants to be Nigerian president? Anyway, his wings will soon be clipped. It's just a matter of time. And that's Ogaigwe for Andrew sharing his own thoughts. Let's go back to the phone line, 0913 6410. Hello, good morning.
Lady Sandra?
Yes.
This is why calling You're on my way. Are you hear me well?
Yes, sir.
You see, when you talk of Wiki, Kubara, they are just dilly-dally. I will share the blame to two of them. Number one, Wiki, as a former governor, you assist somebody, either people betray you, well, before you strike. But now, talking can never help. And for the Kubara, it shouldn't be ungrateful to somebody. If somebody help you, that's a time you sit down and think. This one is helping. If we don't, it's okay. Alan, based on duty, as it is now, if the guy is not taking, they are playing with the people. Because the moment this matter started, they destroy the House of Assembly. If they want to reduce it today, it's not money I didn't go to use. The money is supposed to use for infrastructure, everything go for rivers. You have played positive with it. And some of them should be extra careful. Because nobody knows tomorrow. That's for the rivers. And for the NFPC, the mantle of corruption is in NFP's building. The biggest mantle here, we only have practice in other establishments. Even if I know what to do now, the best thing, you need surgical operation in NFPC, all those deaths that is taking this country to the earth, is to stay away with them. This is my candidate advice this morning. My dear Sandra, good morning to you.
Good morning to you as well. Thank you very much, Prince Wise. I appreciate your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra.
You're welcome, Mr. Kunle.
Yeah, NNPC was formed in 1973. NNPC is 51 years old today. So how do we expect somebody that took over 2 years ago to be the person responsible for what is happening there? I don't want to go too much into that, but let me leave that and go into data. Nigeria, NNPC has a reserve of 37 billion in oil, and they have 208 billion cubic feet of gas. What is Nigeria doing with all those assets? I've said it repeatedly that NNPC needs to sell equity of those assets. They are holding too much, which they cannot manage. And that's why we found them in this quagmire of owing about 22 trillion. We used about $3 to $4 billion to repair the four refineries. They are paying salaries today. The gas company is also in debt. The foreign one in abroad is in debt. About 22 out of 32 are heavy debt, and this debt will continue. And my question has always been that with all these things we have done, we have seen what NLNG could do. Nigeria only owns 49% of that. 51% is owned by the IOC, and it is performing excellently well. That's about the only one that gives Nigeria dividends from what it sells. So what are we doing with all these assets? That is my problem. We need to let them go and give it to those who have money. The industry of oil and gas is underfunded, heavily underfunded. Nigeria does not have the money to run it. Give it to those who have money to run it so they can run it and give us dividends of it. Short of that, we'll continue this rigmaroling and gallivanting back and forth, and will not really make any headway. So we need to sell those equity. Once we sell that, we'll be better off. For Port Harcourt, River State,
yes,
I term it between the sinner and the saint. When everybody sees one as a sinner, sees the other as a saint, but they forget that the one that they see as a saint went to the sinner to help him win the election. Now, when the trailers pass between the two of them, now we are staying with we are blaming the sinner and leaving the saint out. It doesn't work like that in politics. Politics knows nothing that has to do with emotion. Politics is about interest. The quicker you know that and understand that, the better. Thank you very much, and God.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kule. I appreciate your contribution as well. All right, 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call to join the conversation. The focus this morning is the NNPCL debts arising from the fact that 13 of its subsidiaries are not financially viable. And out of these 13 key subsidiaries with major debts, we have the Port Harcourt Refinery, the Kaduna Refinery, Warri Refinery as well, and NNPC Gas Infrastructure, and a host of other 13 in total. As a matter of fact, I wonder how redundant inactive refineries would be owing as much as 1.9 trillion or 1.3 trillion or 1.17 trillion. That's as regards Port Harcourt, Kaduna, and Warri, respectively. So, what are your thoughts? And we're also looking at this back and forth, or this banter, between former governor and minister of FCT Nyesom Wike and governor of Rivers State Sim Fubara. What are your thoughts? Wike has called Fubara a boy. He has mocked the loyalist of Fubara. They said quite a lot. We have a soundbite that we played earlier on. But then in reaction to that, Fubara has said, I've surpassed detractors' 8-year achievement, saying he's building a general hospital and also a psychiatric hospital, because very soon these, opponents would need them, or would need to visit this hospital. So what are your thoughts, basically? And let's have a conversation. Time check is 9:31 a.m. and you're listening to Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Lady Sandra.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Shola, and I'm calling in from Beda, Lagos here.
All right.
So I greet Mr. Fuad wherever I used to. Okay. So the two focal points, starting with Emperor Wike, or maybe it's in the making, I don't know. Based on, I've heard different views on this man, and what amuses me the most are those that are mentioning the fact that Fubara should be loyal. These are part of the problems we are having in this country. I am telling you. When we place compensation for cronies or godfatherism over competency, once there's no level playing field, this is what comes into play. Now, for God, all being good because of God, Wike is now facing a big match from Fubara. And I will be in support of Fubara because governance is for the people and not for an individual. Unfortunately, Nigerian politicians are into business ventures. That is what they have turned this country into now. We were advocating for democracy from days of independence. Now, we have our own people now holding the country to ransom, holding the country by the jugular. So that is what is going on. Look at the case of even our president now. Now I'm intertwining these things together, even with the NNPC. When what's his name? Osinbajo, when he came out for presidency, the same set of people that are talking about loyalty now, godfatherism, were the ones that edged this man out. Osinbajo, for me, I believe would have performed better. But that's a bygone. Look at what is going on now. People are now shouting, and still some people are still defending the president. The president is complicit in this. All this shows lack of integrity and it's complicit. I am telling you, Nigeria will continue like this because of the kind of people.
Yes,
all due respect to them, they have their rights to air their opinion. But loyalty, godfatherism that they are advocating for, Nigeria will continue until the Nigerian people themselves will rise up.
All right.
It is well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And you as well. Thank you. I appreciate. Hello, good morning.
Sandra, good morning.
Yes.
Yes. Let me go straight to my point. The issue of Rivers State. My sister Sandra, you know what happened to Abiola when we voted for him? You know what happened to him? What people said that time? Nigeria voted for Abiola. That time there's no more, no buying of votes. Everybody operation. I think it's J4 or what do they call it that time? Then, but at the end of the day, my sister, Sandra, some people say they don't want him, and who are these people? The timber and caliber, and that man they ruin his life, and that is how the election. That is how the man end up with his life. So you see, an election, politics, like some people said, I always said, look, this democracy we are running is not the real democracy. It's democracy for the elite, and it's making Nigerians to be poorer. It is happening everywhere. It's happening in some the local government election they are doing today. You understand? The people in power are putting themselves there. Look at the same time what is happening with Bode George and Atiku. Bode George is telling Atiku, did he host the party? So people should understand that election, you see, the issue of godfatherism is there. You know, if you cannot join them, don't meet. Because you cannot beat them, don't join them. How many Lagos? Somebody does not want to dance to the tune of the Godfather. They put him out. So that is the issue. But so it's only God that can save us from this issue. And I agree with Fᴜᴜ when they are talking of regionalization. These people, even will go to region, they have already the Nigerians are in bonding. Because money back people they will see come to region and hold on into ransom. Okay. It's only God that can save us. Let's go back to NNPC. NNPCL. I don't know whether this issue, the kind of bill Buhari signed before he's leaving. About 2 months when he's going, either 2 months or 3 months, he signed PID.
Thank
you. You know, he signed it into law. I don't know. Maybe that is what is handicapping our president, that he doesn't want to talk about NNPC. But NNPC is supposed to be generating revenues for Nigeria, but they are making us lose. National Assembly to sit on, you know, truly they are representing
Nigeria. Thank you for
Nigeria.
your thoughts, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. That's actually the PIA, that's Petroleum Industry Act, and I don't know how it's, you know, incapacitating the president in any way. Besides, he's the president and also the Minister of Petroleum, assuming that is. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, yeah. My name is Victor Iboke, calling from Extension.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, to start with, what is happening in River State, I think we have to call it spade a spade. And I don't think what is happening there is something that we should look away from. As a Nigerian, seeing what is happening today at the national level, I think we should all come together to condemn what is going on there. Wike cannot hold the people of River State to ransom in the name of putting him there. Some people say that the governor is not loyal, blah, blah, blah. But he's a loyal governor, is a governor. If you are angry, if you think there is something is not doing for you, you wait for the next election. When like somebody mentioned of Ambode, during the time of Ambode, you leave him to do what he is elected to do. So when his tenure ends, then you can mobilize against him if you believe you can do it. Instead of causing problem here and there, creating tension where it is not needed, and compounding our problem as Nigeria, especially in that of River State. I think in all this, like I said, the president is the one to be blamed. Once you call Wike to order and warn him once, he will maintain his cool. He will become more responsible than what he's doing now. Because what he's doing now is not something that is somebody's father should be doing and making all kind of careless statements. And the president is not there watching. Are we in a lawless society or what? But Nigeria has degenerated into something I don't know. And if I use the word monster now, and you will say that I'm causing somebody, which is not good. So let him do the right. Let the president do the right thing, so that the peace of River State should be restored. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Now, why the burden has to follow one person for, the peace of River State to be restored? Beats me. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
This is Champion from Ikeja.
This is
Champion from Ikeja.
Okay, he's gone.
What I want to comment concerning the presidency, the only thing that the president can do for Nigeria to be happy with him is for him to resign for presidency and take the portfolio of Minister of Petroleum. I think that one will be better, so that we can handle that one very well. Another person will handle the presidency. Then we will see the difference. Because under the two posts is bigger than him, it's giving him more headache. That's my own opinion. Then for Ubara and Wike, it's need for governor of River State to strong and gather the elders, the former governor. Let them do the fighting and he will win the battle. Wike, the time is up for him to retire. He should not fear. By God, Ubara will succeed. That's my complaint.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well, thank you as well. I appreciate your contribution. Let's see if we can take some messages at this point now. This is time check right now is 9:40 a.m. and you are listening to Milan 98.3 FM. Let's take some messages here. I have good morning. The October 1st protest is prompted by suffering in the land and quite a lot of things that is not on focus. Alhaji Remi Olisa from Palm Avenue, Mushi. Thank you very much. I also have here Emmanuel from Surulere. Good morning. In Rivers, I believe Wike shouldn't be suspended from the PDP party for anti-party, because I'm sure PDP will lose Rivers State. Because I don't understand why someone will be saying Wike and Fubara as agreement on what to. I don't get this though. I don't get it. So with Governor Fubara, instructing or giving a directive to all the local government chairmen in the states, to all of who are under PDP currently, that all of them should move to APP and run for local government under APP. You don't think gradually one way or the other PDP is losing its stand or its footing in Rivers State? Or is it from the fact that when Wike was governor, he didn't allow presidential candidates of the PDP to come in and fully carry out his campaign activities? Same party. There's just a lot that has been going on. It's very important for us to understand context and background and what has led up to this point between Fubara and Wike. All right, I also have here on WhatsApp, good morning all. Rivers State is not Wike's personal property. He has birthed the way others were birthed in Rivers. He's experiencing what he did to Rotimi Amechi. What goes around comes around. That's Fidelis sharing that one. I also have Ebenezer from Shomolu. Please, EFCC should visit NNPC for investigation. And that's Ebenezer sharing that one. I also have here, no decent president will accommodate Wike in his cabinet. It reflects the character of the president and he's working for his interest. Who bought Agib Oil and NNPC Marketing? Who owns? Where are we going with this? Wike threatened to destabilize the entire state of PDP and is making arrogant state without caution or statements without caution or arrest. He's so confident because he knows the president is backing him, while innocent protesters are arrested and charged for treason. What a government. Okon from Ikeja sharing that one on WhatsApp. I also have here, if anyone thinks the likes of Tinubu with so much baggage will run a decent country that is void of corruption and impunity, then the person will be daydreaming. In case you don't know, state capture is in the making for these set of politicians, and that is... Oh, I did not get a name. Oh, dear Lord. Well, forgive me for that one. All right. One's beaten. Tony Uwani. Yes, I got that. Tony Uwani sharing that one on WhatsApp there. I also have here Sean from Festac is saying, hi, Milan FM. We have beautiful analysts who come on radio to give figures. The one that piqued my interest was the one that said we can't expect the president who is only 2 years in office to fix a 51 years rot. We have a government who say he will come and renew hope and fix the nation and said we should not pity him. So if he cannot fix the oil sector, then we should blame his administration, coupled with the fact that he is the minister of oil. France was buying uranium for cents for good God knows how long, but a single 30-something-year-old man put a stop to it. This means if we want to work, we can work, if we leave lack of political will out of it. And that's Sean from Festac sharing that one. I also have here Elder Godwin, Enemem Chuku. Sandra, I find it absurd and irritating when people support impunity and recklessness in the name of politics. It's wrong to verify Fubara because he refused to dance naked with Wike. We must condemn godfatherism. Hey. Oh, yes. Thank you. All right. Well, unfortunately, that's all that we can take this morning. Sincerely apologize to anyone if we're not able to take your calls or your messages. Sincere apologies. And also apologies to those who join us via our streaming platforms. I'm told that, the rain is, dealing us the back end. That is why we're not able to, stay long on those platforms. But don't go anywhere. We still have quite a lot to still discuss on Milan 98.3 FM. By 10 a.m., I'll be back for Global View. We'll be looking at the top 3 trending stories on the international scene. All right. And then after that, of course, State comes on with Mother and Child, and it goes on and on and on. Tomorrow is October 1st. We're having special edition on various shows. And also, it not just happens to be Independence Day, but also happens to be Mainland 98.3 FM's anniversary. So it's going to be a lot of activities, a lot of, warm wishes, and a lot of sharing here on this dial. All right, so stay with us, stay tuned on Mainland 98.3 FM. My name remains Omobola Sandra.